Greetings from the Second Age of Reason. Of recent has come the issues of Ferguson, Missouri. And I've given it some thought, and I've come up with something, and maybe I'm completely off. Maybe I'm not sure what I'm talking about, but I've just reflected on it, and I've come up with some information that I'll just share with you in passing. There's multiple things in motion here. Reality is always more bizarre than fiction. I have moved more left than others because the nation has been moving so far to the right. Even the liberals are Reaganoids. So I just call myself a socialist, but that's usually for conversational purposes. In reality, as I see it, the Civil War did not end the way we think it did. It didn't end the way we were taught. There is still a Klan. And I know of abolitionists to this very day. They still are around. Yes, abolitionists. Slavery never ended. It was a con. Privatized slavery was outlawed. And now that's called human trafficking, or human resources, or human asset management. The state holds the slaves now. The prison industrial complex, for example, we can also call that human warehousing, is the new plantation. Some of them do offer products and services, and by means of forced labor and peculiar incentive labor. The military was also a sort of slavery when it had the draft. You don't own yourself. The government owns you, and thereby the owners of the government own you. And your time, and your mind, and your efforts, and your achievements. Another slavery coming into vogue now are the slavery induction centers, by means of something called the NDAA. They don't need charges or any reason to take you, just on whatever they decide. And you have no recourse. And that's called the rule of law. And another one is this immigration thing. They've put the rule of law in institutional trappings on it, but nowadays Obama is the Uncle Tom. And with the NDAA, his supremacy is assured. With immigration, he gets fresh meat from our borders. So the masses are duped by the media, and they buy into the oppression thing. The oppression of the lower classes and those who are different. But they will be next. The common man will be next. They're like a frog in a pot, not perceiving the ever-warming water. The Ferguson, Missouri thing just cements the roles. The Civil War, in reality, was just a minor reorganization of the government. What did Frederick Douglass say? Something about power concedes nothing without a demand, and the failure to attend to the masses, their oppressions, their demands, their expectations will likely escalate things. The system never fixes itself, especially when the social contract has been broken. And furthermore, the world stinks. But that is not the end. One can sit and stare and be sad. Or one can see opportunities. Some preach, and some teach, and some do, and some pray, and some get their hands dirty, and some get hurt or killed. But first, you've got to be informed. First, you need truth and facts. Sometimes I do sit back and I do not interfere, hoping that reality will hit like a hammer. It doesn't always. Sometimes you have to change history yourself. The evil will not repent and reform itself. It never will. Then once you are wise, you kind of become obligated. I feel the pinch of that. So you have the freedom of speech. The evil ones let you come forward and speak your onions. The people sigh. They go back to sleep. At least until they are rudely awakened later. Talk is cheap, and the evil ones know they have the apathy advantage. This is dawning on some people. So then there is unrest. Do they have your attention now? Race relations may be part of it, but I think it's a symptom of the slide into despotism and a totalitarian state. Part of the revolution is changing your mind and your thought process. I see this stuff as 1 or 2 years early, actually. We needed it early in 2016 to start the conversation with the candidates and powers that be for the election year. A new Occupy for 2016. But with events as they are, the time is now. The time is here and today. And that's all I have to say for now. But I'm just trying to bring out ideas, and you can put below your take on the situation, because there's probably many facets. Nothing is ever a straightforward one thing. It's always many things, and they all play together, sometimes by design. So until later, we'll be seeing you.